Oh, the birds are singing. Um, so there was a scene I did many, many years ago. And if you go to my Facebook page, the last song I sung was by Josh Grayson, Nothing to Lose. Now, I've always really liked that song. The first time it came out, I was like, oh, that's great. And then I found out he's a former Marine, and it was like, oh, well, there you go. That makes even more sense on top of other aspects. So, So, this one individual that later on wound up moving in with, uh, he had told me that he wanted me to come up with like a scene. Like, you need to give me a little bit more of an idea of what you're looking for. Because if I come up with a scene, and he said, I want you to be like as sadistic as possible. I don't think you want that. I actually guarantee you don't want me to be as sadistic as possible. So why don't you give me some limitations? Why don't you do that? And he said, certain tools that I had, he was like, yeah, no to that, no to that. All right. So anything else? No, nothing else. All right. So he drove from Dallas to the house in Cedar Park. And I realize now it might be a little bit militaristic in some ways how that particular scene went. By a lot. So he shows up and I'm like, all right. So I had him chained to the bed because that's what we negotiated. And I put headphones on him. Now, he had made fun of me for liking country, looking the way I do, having been born and raised in New Jersey, despite the time in Illinois. He just could not believe that I enjoy country music. And he constantly made fun of me about that song. He was just like, you are absolutely nothing like the female that singer is describing. And I'm like, really? Because, like, if you knew how fast I could really drive, by technicalities, 98 miles an hour is really slow. So, but okay. Sure. That's fine. So I put the headphones on him afterwards, and he's all excited. And I reiterate, I'm like, remember, you wanted me to be sadistic. And he's like, yes. And so I gave him something that he could signal it, because he had a ball gag in his mouth and all that sort of stuff. So gave him a signal. It was a bunch of bells. So all he had to do was jingle the bells, and I would have stopped. I was like, okay. I'm letting you know that the plan that I have for this scene is going to last a while. And he was like, I got the stamina, I'm not going to give up. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. That's okay. I mean this in the Anna way, that's nice. Because what's going to happen is what's going to happen. So unless you do the jingling of the bells, I'm going to keep going until I'm done. And then, you know, I'll let you go. He was like, all right. So it was in the bed that I had made, the heaven, purgatory, and hell. And so I had the chain long enough that it could go from hell to the heaven layer. And so he was chained from hell and in that I had made. And I was like, okay, you can breathe. And he's like, yeah, I can breathe. And I'm like, all right. And I don't, just want to make sure you're about to descend into the depths of hell, because you remember before I start, you wanted me to be sadistic, and you don't think that I can be sadistic. So you see the difference. Yeah. Okay. So, you know, I'm literally like, you get to lay on heaven, but you are chained in hell because I'm about to bring it. And so then, after getting him all chained up and everything like that, and irony that he was chained in hell. Anyway. So, and it had enough slack. So, turned on the iPod, and I set it on repeat. For the song by Josh Grayson, Nothing to Lose. And so I started with one tool, and, you know, after a while, I'd switched over to another one, and on and on and on, but throughout the same song. So while, like, I started out with playing using the tools just to the words, then I only hit a certain guitar note when striking him with the tools, and then I'd only use it when the cymbals, you know, went, and then, you know, like, through each time the song played, over and over and over and over and over and over again, and he would not jingle the bells. I was like, you must be having fun. You must be enjoying yourself, which is perfectly fine, because I'm having fun. And so it went on for like 4 or 5 hours. Just the same. The same song over and over and over again. And different tools each time. As I said, different parts of the song. Sometimes, like, one point in time, I only would do the striking during the chorus part. Other times I would only do the striking during the verses. Other times it would only be certain words of each. So and how long is that song? I don't think it's a long song. So hold on. It's 2 minutes and 36 seconds. So hold on. I'm gonna do that math, because I never thought about that. I never thought. So 60 minutes divided by 2.36. So in 1 hour, he heard that song 25.4237288136 times. times, I'm gonna go in between, say like 4.5 hours. He heard that song 114.406779 or 6612 times. And there wasn't one of those 114.406779 or 6612 times that it was the same. I mean, the words were the same. The song was the same. But how and where he got struck was not. And at the 4 to 5 hour mark would be when he jingled the bells. And I'm like, all right. Wasn't done yet, but okay. And he, I unhooked him and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I get his feet undone first and then take care of his hands. And he, forgot that he was chained in hell. Through the collar, so he's like, and I'm like, calm down, let me. Let me take your collar off. He was losing it. He was just like, I can't believe you didn't play any other song. And I was like, why? Did you or did you not ask me to be as sadistic as possible? And he looks at me and he goes, yeah, okay. You gave me no limitations. I used only the tools that are on the bed, which I could have gone and used so many other tools, but I only had like at most 20 to 21 tools on the bed, maybe 22 or 25, like no more than 30, and that were on the bed, and I'm including the ones that had pairs, and he was just like, what did you do? And I'm like, I did my scene. That's all I did. And he goes, you did not warn me enough. And I was like, I didn't warn you enough of what? And he was like, you didn't tell me how sadistic you could be. Why would you? What would make you think I'm not, like what will make, like, I'm a dominant sadist? Yes, you're a dominant sadist. All right. You wanted me to be, like, more sadistic than dominant, but still in the same aspect? Yes. All right. What's the problem? And so Larry, well, I want a cigarette, so if you're gonna go complain, whatever. So I go out to sit, and I'm just like, all right, go ahead, tell me about your view of the scene and stuff. And he's like, I can't believe it. Sit. Don't you yell down at me. No. You came out to me. You wanted me to do this. We discussed it while you were at work at the Bank of America. I don't want to hear it. Like, if you're going to complain at the fact that I'm sadistic, I never denied that. So, what's the problem? I didn't realize you were going to be... Did you or did you not tell me you wanted a certain thing? Yes, I did. Okay. You got it? Yes. I just didn't think, well. And he brought up a bunch of different female dominants, and he's like, this one did this, and this one didn't. And I'm like, don't compare me to them. Don't compare me to them. He's like, why? And I said, because they're them. They have their own styles. They have their own ways that they do their stuff. So you wanted to know what I could do, right? Yes. Okay. Well, I did what I could do. What's the problem? And he was just like, that was so sadistic. Again, you did ask me, and you told me that you wanted me to be sadistic. Yes! Okay. I am failing to see where the problem is. I didn't realize how sadistic you were going to be. You gave me no limitations. Yes. Failing to see a problem. Well, I didn't think that you were going to play the same song over and over and over again. And I'm like, yeah, okay. That's not my problem. Why would you like go to a dominant sadist? Tell the dominant sadist to be as sadistic as possible. Not give the dominant sadist any rules beyond like certain ones, which did I go outside of those rules? No, you didn't. Okay. So I didn't go outside of, no. So you wanted me to be sadistic? Yes. And I was sadistic? Yes. I am failing to see the problem. I do not see where the problem is. I didn't expect you to be so sadistic. Why? Because, look at you. Yes. What about me? Well, look at you. Yes. What about the way I look? Well, you're like cute and like, that doesn't come across. So it's like, you think I'm cute. Well, you just don't look like somebody who would be sadistic. Those tattoos, you see those tattoos? Yes. Yeah, what about them? I had this done to myself? Yes. And you wanted me to be sadistic? Yes. I would think that these be pretty big old signs to be like, I was willing to do this to myself, get that done. So what does that have to do with anything? I know. I kind of figure the way I view it is I willingly had this done to myself, correct? Yes, you got those tattoos and you got that done to yourself. So I had this done to myself. Yes. So if I had this done to myself, what did you think I was going to do to you? Did you think that if I had tattoos put in the center of my palms and on the back of my hands, which are like the most sensitive area of skin, did you think that I was gonna be like fluffy? Because if you thought that, oh, you wrong. Do you see that? Well, I see that now. Okay, so. Yes. Maybe there are some people who have tattoos on the back of their palm. Might be like, yeah. And he's like, but look at you. And I'm like, again, I can, yeah, yeah. You're supposed to be girly. I mean, I am, but like, I don't know, like I got this tattoo right here. How many girly girls do you know have a ghost corn snake tattooed into their flesh that are named Methuselah? First pet that I had after my head injury on Palm Sunday in 2000. This is my tattoo of Methuselah. So what? How many females do you know have a tattoo? People who do tattoos and or have had tattoos understand the pain levels right there. And now, this spot right here might be a little painful, but right in the name Methuselah. Oh no, why you would think that I'd be fluffy. And he was just like, well, you know, you're a girl. Like, what's the worst a girl can do? Is that girly? Is that girly tattoo? Is that girly? That's not girly. That's not girly. I mean, it's girly because it's mine and I'm a female, but you know, I don't know. Kind of. I don't know. There's something, I don't know. Why would you be surprised that I'm not all fluffy? Well, I mean, what did I name the different layers of the bed? Heaven, purgatory, and hell. Yeah. I made that? Yes. I don't know. What would realistically give you an idea that I'd be anything but sadistic? Well, you know, I just didn't think you were going to play that song over and over and over and over and over again. Is that considered sadistic? At all? Yes. So you're telling me you got what you wanted? Well, I just didn't think it was going to be like that. I don't know. I don't see how you saw anything other than that happening. Maybe you didn't see it happening that way. But... And then he was like, well, Philip didn't tell me that you were going to be that sadistic. And I was like, Philip never found out my full sadism. And by technicalities, nor did you. Do not compare me to that. Okay? And he was just like, well, you know, you could have given me a warning that you were sadistic. We're in the state of Texas, right? Yes. I did this to myself in the state of Texas. Yes. Well, I got a haircut. Nonetheless, that's my choice. Yes. I don't know what would make you think that I'm sweet and fluffy. I really don't know what would make you think that. I don't know what would make you think that at all. And so he threw a temper tantrum, and then I was like, all right, well, you know, whatever. And then he was like, do you not care? You asked me. Yes. Yeah. Yes. You gave me no limitations whatsoever? Yes. And you rang the bell and I stopped? Yes. So I didn't cross over the line? No. Okay. Done complaining? Fine. Okay. So yeah, I wound up singing the Nothing to Lose. And obviously I could hear it, you know, being able to strike at each time of, you know, what I wanted to. And so yeah, still don't understand how, you know, I mean, maybe because of the name Lady Dori Belle, maybe, but even still, you look at the meaning for why I chose my name. Anyway, I thought that was funny. And again, I don't know what anyone would think about that being like fluffy. For this thing, I mean, I can be fluffy. But you gotta be a certain type of guy, and then I can be fluffy. Itch. You know, like, it's a very certain type of guy. And then I can be fluffy. And even then,